Spooky season. Hi guys, it's Exa and welcome back to my channel. Today I am posted up next to a creepy tree painting that I made because it's about as Halloween decoration-y as I've gotten this year. Remains to be seen if I will actually decorate or not. But anyway, today I thought it would be fun to do a series of a couple different easy DIY affordable Halloween costume quick tutorials. So yeah, just simple stuff if you're like in a pinch, gotta go to a party and don't have a costume, or just, you know, want to make stuff on your own. I think they'd be pretty great for photo shoots and things too. So this video is going to be part one of the series where we make a really snazzy spiderweb necklace out of hot glue. And you can use it to make other kind of spiderweb accessories, like little glovelets or a crown or a bracelet, or I don't know, honestly, put your imagination to work. You could do kind of anything with this. So without further ado, let's go on and jump right in. Alright guys, so for supplies for this project, all we're going to need is some hot glue sticks. I happen to be using black here, but you could use clear or any other color that you have. And you can always spray paint your piece after you are finished to get it to black if you want to use clear glue sticks. Also, obviously, you will need your glue gun. I'm just using a regular old mini hot glue gun that Mom has probably had for 20 years. Still does the trick. And we will be using some ribbon so that way we can tie it around our neck and hold it in place. Last but not least, this little work mat that I have here is actually just like a thin silicone baking sheet. These work great because hot glue will stick to them temporarily while you make your designs and your shapes, and then it will loosen and peel off super easily. So you see here, when a finished hot glue product, if you have enough seams between them, it kind of makes this like netting, and it's actually pretty sturdy but still like flexible and moldable to the body. So this is kind of what inspired me to come up with this spider web design. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because I will be using this to create another entire fashion piece that is unrelated to Halloween, and you don't want to miss it because it's going to turn out fantastic. Alright guys, so first I did just take my ribbon and kind of measure around my neck and then place it out here to see how long I need. So we're going to start with the top part of the collar, and we want it to be 13 inches across total at the neck seam. Alright guys, so first I'm going to start by drawing my line for my center piece that we're going to make 14 inches. So we're going to do 7 and then do another 7. So here is my center line. And let that cool for a second. All right, now that that is nice and cool to the touch, you can go ahead and just peel it right off of your backing, which, look how easy that is. Now we have our center necklace. So we want to have a little bit of a curve when we're working with this. But since my mat is smaller, I'm just going to kind of hold this up here with my little bit of curve to kind of build off this middle section from. So we can just tack it down in a couple little spots just to help hold that in place where we want it. And that's actually where I'm going to start making my spider lines to come off of. I do want to make them all about the same distance long, so I am just going to use my measuring tape to help kind of guide this. These don't have to be perfect. Again, it is a spider web. I'll have a lot of lines and things going on. I'm adding a little bit of curve each time. There is our frame for the center of the bottom of the collar. Now you can go ahead and start coming up with your kind of shapes that you want. How deep of a curve to follow. You can just go back and forth, connecting all of them with your little spiderweb details, going right across. And as I am going further towards the top, I am getting a little bit closer, like you see here. Each set of lines is a little closer together to kind of mimic how a spider web actually looks. So just go ahead and fill out this entire section with as many web lines as you would like. And just let that dry for a couple minutes, and once it is cool to the touch, you can go ahead and just peel your finished web section off of your mat. Super duper easy. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do each of the side pieces the exact same way, making sure there's a little curve in that top edge that's going to go around your neck. And I am actually going to kind of eyeball this and make them get shorter as they go towards the back of the neck. And then we're going to just go ahead and do the exact same thing again, adding all of your little lines, trying to get them to kind of line up from one row to the next. Since it is getting shorter on here, it's not going to line up exactly the same, but just kind of eyeball it. I think I kind of ended up doing every other line sort of met up as I got shorter and shorter along the side. Alright guys, so if you drew a line and it wasn't exactly as straight as you wanted it to be for your finished design, once it cools you can go ahead and peel just that one line off, realign it how you want, and tack the end back down. So if you accidentally goof and draw some hot glue where you don't want it, it's really easy to fix it. If you mess up like I just did, once it's dry, you can just cut that piece off and do it again. Alright guys, so since we want both sides to be as symmetric as we can, we're going to use our first side as the guide for our second one. So you can go ahead and just kind of fold your collar in half and then draw your little tack lines in the same position as the first one to make sure that the curvature will match. And once again, just go ahead and draw your little tack lines. And then you can do the same for this bottom edge here to line them up and make sure that each spoke will be the same length. So I'm just drawing little dots just a tiny bit past where my first set of lines are, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw in my lines and repeat the same process for this side of making all of our shapes. I'm just going to go ahead and draw in all of my little spiderweb lines on this side the same way that we did all of the rest of it. And we are now almost done. So I'm just going to cut my ribbon the length that I need around my neck, plus about 6 inches on each side, so I have some distance to be able to, tie it in a nice little bow. And then we're just going to hot glue it onto our collar. So I'm just drawing a little bit of bead around where that top edge is and then pressing my ribbon onto it. As you go around the curvature, it can be helpful to kind of lift it and give it that 3D effect so your ribbon isn't super bent up trying to go around the curve. But just do that all the way around until it is fully secured on your necklace. Okay, so now that we've flipped it over on the back side, we're going to just hot glue these wires right on here just to help stiffen the back part of the collar. So I'm actually going to glue each one first and then I will cut the end. So we can just run a bead of glue directly on top of our existing glue bead and then quickly drop our wire onto it. And once it's dried and pressed in there, you can go ahead and add a little more hot glue over the top of it to make sure the wire is completely encased. And I'm actually just going to do this on the middle 6 or so of these spokes to make sure that those will stand up nice and taut against the back of my head, and then have the front kind of naturally fold and bend over as it goes, towards the front of your face. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this fun spiderweb tutorial. It was incredibly fun to make these, super easy and really quick. and I think they came out fantastic. If you guys are planning on doing some creepy photo shoots in a graveyard like I am, or going to a costume party or anything else, I hope you enjoy these tutorials and have a really fun time making them. Be sure to send me any photos of what you create on Instagram because I would love to see what you do. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss all the other fun holiday Halloween tutorials that will be coming out for the rest of the month. So until next time, I hope your day and your friends are as spooky as you are. The things you find when you're filming in graveyard.